In the high-stakes world of Formula One, tension between teammates is nothing new. But what's unfolding at McLaren in 2025 goes beyond typical rivalry. It's a powder keg that could reshape the entire sport. During the recent Singapore Grand Prix, millions watched in disbelief as Lando Norris was given unprecedented power over his teammate Oscar Piastri's pit strategy with a simple, no. A moment that may have sealed the fate of McLaren's dream team. The quiet Australian, who once seemed like McLaren's calculated masterstroke, is now reportedly eyeing the most dramatic move in recent F1 history, a potential switch to Ferrari. It's a story of betrayal, favoritism, and revenge served cold that has left the paddock reeling. In my 30 years covering Formula One, I've never seen anything quite like what happened in Singapore, says veteran motorsport analyst James Mitchell. When a team asks one driver if they'll allow their teammate to pit first, and then accepts their refusal without question, it crosses a line that's difficult to come back from. The seeds of this crisis were planted early in the season. At Monza, Piastri was ordered to yield position to Norris after a controversial strategy call. But Singapore marked the moment the tension burst into public view. As McLaren celebrated their Constructors' Championship on the podium, with Norris front and centre, Piastri was notably absent, still fulfilling media duties, a symbolic snapshot of his position within the team. According to Swiss publication Blick, Piastri's management is already in talks with Ferrari about a potential move for 2026 or beyond. On paper, this seems impossible. McLaren proudly announced earlier this year that Piastri had signed an extension through 2028. But in Formula One, contracts are often as fragile as team loyalty. Even the most watertight F1 contracts typically include performance clauses and exit options, explains former team principal Marcus Bennett. When a driver feels marginalized, these clauses become escape hatches, and Ferrari, with their heritage and resources, represents the ultimate redemption story. The timing couldn't be more perfect. 2026 marks Formula One's entry into a new technical era, with revolutionary regulations that will reset the competitive order. Ferrari, despite recent struggles, is investing heavily in this transition. With Lewis Hamilton's contract, including a 2027 option, and Charles Leclerc reportedly frustrated by the team's inconsistency, the stars could align for Piastri's arrival. Behind the scenes, Piastri's manager, Mark Webber, is playing a crucial role. Having experienced similar treatment as Sebastian Vettel's teammate at Red Bull, Webber understands the psychological toll of being the perceived number 2 driver. His infamous "not bad for a number 2 driver" radio message remains one of F1's most powerful statements against team hierarchy. For McLaren, losing Piastri could be catastrophic. While Norris brings star power and spectacular qualifying performances, Piastri offers something equally valuable: relentless consistency. His data-driven approach and ability to extract maximum points while minimizing mistakes have been crucial to McLaren's 2025 championship campaign. Piastri represents the modern F1 driver, says technical director Sarah Reynolds. He processes information like a computer, rarely makes mistakes, and delivers results without drama. These qualities are gold dust in modern Formula One, where championships are won through consistency as much as raw speed. The potential move to Ferrari isn't just about escape, it's about making a statement. Ferrari has been searching for a driver who combines youth with technical precision, someone who can help restore their glory days. In Piastri, they might find exactly what they've been looking for. The paddock is now watching every interaction between Piastri and McLaren with heightened scrutiny. Each team radio message, every strategic decision, becomes another piece of evidence in the case for or against favoritism. The remaining races of 2025 could determine not just the championship, but the future of one of F1's most promising talents. If these rumors are true, we're watching the beginning of a seismic shift in Formula One, says motorsport journalist David Chen. Picture Piastri in Ferrari red facing off against his former team with something to prove. It's the kind of narrative that defines eras in this sport. McLaren's history with internal driver conflicts serves as a warning. The toxic environment between Fernando Alonso and Lewis Hamilton in 2007 nearly tore the team apart. Now, with their strongest championship challenge in years, potentially unraveling due to similar dynamics, the stakes couldn't be higher. The Singapore incident wasn't just a tactical misstep, It was a public declaration of the team's priorities. In giving Norris control over Piastri's strategy, McLaren may have inadvertently pushed their quiet Australian star toward making the boldest move of his career. Because in Formula One, revenge isn't always served on track, sometimes it's served in Maranello red. The ripple effects of the Singapore clash extend far beyond the immediate championship battle. Inside sources reveal that McLaren's technical departments are increasingly divided, with key engineers who've worked closely with Piastri expressing concerns about the team's direction. One senior aerodynamicist, speaking on condition of anonymity, suggests that Piastri's feedback has been instrumental in the team's recent developments. His ability to articulate subtle changes in car behavior has helped us unlock performance that raw data alone couldn't reveal. The tension has also caught the attention of Formula One's governing body. FIA President Mohammed Ben Sulayem reportedly called McLaren's management after Singapore, expressing concern about team orders and driver equality. The sport's integrity relies on fair competition, says former FIA technical delegate Marcus Thompson. When one driver appears to have veto power over another's strategy, it raises serious questions about sporting ethics. Ferrari's interest in Piastri isn't just about his driving talent, it's about his approach to development. The Italian team has struggled with correlation between simulator and track performance, an area where Piastri has shown exceptional skill. His methodical approach to testing and ability to bridge the gap between virtual and real-world data make him an attractive prospect for any team building toward the 2026 regulations. What we're seeing is a perfect storm, explains motorsport strategist Elena Rodriguez. You have a young driver who's proven himself against one of the grid's most highly rated talents, feeling undervalued at a crucial moment in his career. Meanwhile, Ferrari is preparing for a technical revolution with resources that could tempt any driver, regardless of existing contracts. The paddock whispers grew louder when Piastri's manager Mark Webber was spotted leaving Ferrari's hospitality suite in Singapore. While both parties dismissed it as a casual conversation, the timing raised eyebrows. Webber's experience with Red Bull's driver hierarchy makes him uniquely qualified to guide Piastri through this situation. McLaren's sponsors are watching closely too. The team's recent success has attracted major partnerships, but internal instability could threaten these relationships. Corporate partners invest in teams expecting professional management and clear leadership, says sports marketing expert Jennifer Chen. The current situation creates uncertainty that makes sponsors nervous. The technical implications of losing Piastri could be severe for McLaren. His detailed feedback has helped shape the team's 2026 car concept, with several patents already filed based on his input. If he departs, that knowledge goes with him, potentially giving Ferrari insights into McLaren's development direction. Recent wind tunnel data suggests McLaren's 2026 concept heavily relies on driver input style that matches Piastri's smooth, precise approach. Changing drivers isn't just about lap times anymore, explains aerodynamicist Dr. Thomas Webber. Modern F1 cars are so complex that a driver's technique can influence fundamental design decisions. Losing Piastri could force significant revisions to McLaren's 2026 plans. The situation has even drawn comment from F1 CEO Stefano Domenicali, who emphasized the importance of team harmony in modern Formula One. The sport has evolved beyond just driver versus driver. Today's champions are built on collaboration, clear communication, and mutual respect within teams. Ferrari's technical director has been notably quiet about their 2026 plans, but paddock insiders suggest their concept aligns perfectly with Piastri's driving style. The team has reportedly focused on a car that rewards precision and technical feedback, areas where Piastri excels. McLaren faces a critical decision. Their treatment of Piastri in the remaining races could determine whether they retain one of F1's most promising talents or watch him flourish with their historic rivals. The team's leadership must balance Norris's star power with the risk of losing a driver who could define the next era of Formula One. This isn't just about 2025 anymore, says technical analyst Maria Gonzalez. The decisions made in the next few months will shape both teams' trajectories well into the new technical era. Piastri isn't just a fast driver, he's a technical asset that could swing the balance of power in Formula One. As the championship battle intensifies, every team radio message, every strategy call becomes another chapter in this unfolding drama. The question isn't just whether Piastri will leave McLaren, but whether the team's handling of the situation has already made his departure inevitable. Recent test sessions have shown promising pace from Ferrari's development parts that, according to sources, were specifically designed with a driving style similar to Piastri's in mind. The implications are clear. Ferrari isn't just preparing for 2026, they're preparing for a specific driver. With crucial races approaching and the championship hanging in the balance, McLaren's management faces a delicate balancing act. Their decisions in the coming weeks could either heal the rift or push one of Formula One's most promising talents into the arms of their greatest rivals.